Yeah, I would spend some time learning Python for sure. I think that's the language across the board, not just for natural language processing, but if you're interested in data science and machine learning in general, you definitely should start with Python and have some skills in Python. And then Pandas, Jupyter Notebooks are some of the other tools that you would end up using, but mostly all of them with Python. So I would start there. It's actually very easy to build chatbots, but the problem is there are so many out there and you don't know how to build a good chatbot. So as long as you are investing your time and energy in understanding how to build a good conversational experience, that's what's important and will lead you to success. And there are tools out there that help you without having a machine learning and natural language processing background. You can still build really good chatbots because you can rely for that heavy lifting of machine learning and natural language processing on those tools. So the one that I talk about in my presentation is Dialogflow, which is a Google built tool, and what it helps you do is it comes with a natural language processing background and base, so all you do is provide it some more examples on top of it for your specific use case, and then it trains itself using the underlying natural language processing. So that makes it a lot more easy for the developer to build a conversational experience, and it becomes much faster as a process. The most underestimated usability issues for chatbots, in my opinion, are just around customer support and customer experience. We think that customer support is a very easy thing to start with in a conversational experience because we've done this for a large number of years in IVRs and in other sorts of platforms. But the important part here to understand when you build a conversational experience for customer support, you want to target those questions that people ask that are that most of your audience is asking, most of your customers are asking. So that will give you a great win, an easy win, a faster win, and an ROI to represent before you start the process and after you've made it live. Yes, so there are lots of different tools that Google provides for machine learning and AI, and it depends on your skill set and skill levels. So if you are very new to the machine learning and AI experience building, then you probably want to start at the machine learning APIs level. So Google has these APIs called Google Machine Learning APIs. So for common use cases like I want to understand what's in an image, I want to understand what this text means. So for natural language processing, for images, for video processing, we have APIs that can make your lives easy because you're not building the machine learning model. You're basically just sending a query to the model that's pre-built and you're getting a response. So that's one place to start. The second place to go from there is you have some very custom requirements and that basic machine learning model is not good enough for you, then you would use something called AutoML, which is we have this baseline model that's pre-built and you are giving additional images. For example, for vision, you're giving additional images and you want to look for specific logos, for example. That's your specific use case, so you're going to give examples of those images and build a custom model for it, but still use Google's original machine learning vision API model. That's called AutoML, and you have AutoML vision, translate, and natural language processing. And then the third place is you just think everything that you're doing is custom, in which case you're going to build your own model, you're going to train your own model, and for that we have a deployment piece, which is machine learning engine, and in that engine it basically auto scales and auto expands as your data increases and decreases, and you can train the models with it, because as you imagine, machine learning model training requires a lot of resources from the compute perspective. So these ML engine is designed specifically to train machine learning models, and then you can serve your model as an API off of that. So there are three different ways in which you can use it. In my talk, I talk about another tool, which is Dialogflow, which is kind of purpose-built just for chatbots, and there are some other tools like that as well. But that's where I would start. So depending on what your skill level is and what your use case is, you can pick from those three options. I wouldn't say it's difficult or easy to combine the world of UX design and AI, but I think it's very crucial for any AI application to have a good UX design tied to it. One of the examples from my today's presentation along conversational AI experiences is the fact that you cannot have a successful conversational experience or AI built without taking those first few steps of defining what this experience is going to be all about. What are my users going to say? What is my success going to look like? Because otherwise you're going to end up in that old frustrating experience when we used to have those phone systems, those automated systems where it's like we're continuously looking for an agent. You're going to end up in those situations if you don't design. So that's that UX piece. In the conversational experiences, we call it virtual user interface designers, and they've helped design the experience in voice for the user. So I was just alluding to it because that defines that specific UX for conversational AI, but it leads to the fact that every AI you think about has to have a good interface or UX experience.